Well, first metric is customer pay repair order count. Now, effective labor rate, gross profit margin particularly, those are all numbers that can be manipulated to a certain degree based on how many hours you're assigning to a labor op code will affect effective rate, and gross profit margin is based on cost of sales, technician wages, what we're paying them, right? So that's all things that are attributed to natural results of the business. But customer pay RO count, you can't fudge that. I mean, simply put, you've either got the customers coming in or not. And if you have less customers coming in this year than last year, obviously indicates a retention problem. So a question comes up, or what are things that we can do that can affect customer pay repair order count? Well, obviously capacity. If we can't get the customers through the shop and they have a choice to go someplace else for customer pay services, they do. Right? And we lose those customers to the aftermarket. They're not migrating to other dealerships or leaving your dealership and going to the aftermarket. If we are in a situation where we're scheduling 3 or 4 weeks out, okay, customers who need an oil service today and we can't get them in for 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm hearing that a lot lately, which is scary, they go someplace else to get those services done. Things you can do to improve customer pay RO count, short-term and long-term. One, make sure that every sales customer who's buying a car from your dealership gets introduced to your service department. It's critical. Setting the next service appointment for each customer when they come in for service today. So we're not waiting to see if or when they call us back for the next service, but establishing some kind of a time frame for follow-up to make sure we have a strategy to engage them before they have a chance at effect to the aftermarket. Those are just simple samples of things you can do that can affect customer pay RO count. When it comes to customer pay labor gross profit, I'm actually seeing gross profit up across the board with customer pay as a rule, but what I believe is driving that is more repair work and less maintenance work. Okay, customers tend today to be spending more money to take care of what they got because of the price of replacing a vehicle. Average new vehicle price today is a little bit over $45,000 compared to even 3 years ago, it was just a little over $30,000. People are starting to realize that. They're more willing to spend money to fix what they have as opposed to replacing it. And maintenance comes into play there too. They're more willing to spend money to take care of what they got as opposed to have to spend more money on repairs later on. When it comes to customer pay labor hours billed through the shop, I am seeing an increase in those customer pay billed labor hours. We're talking technician hours that are attributed to customer pay. Year over year, we've seen the increase at about 17%, which falls in line with the gross profit. But with the RO count being down and labor hours being up, tells me that we're probably doing more repair work in the shops today than we are maintenance. And again, the maintenance customers are the ones that we're losing to the aftermarket, which is why I believe we're seeing the downturn in customer pay RO count. Doesn't matter what you make per ticket, if you don't have the tickets coming in, eventually that's going to have a negative impact on fixed operations.